Take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game, yeah. I pull up in the ghost of a rake, toasting the 8, hoping my soul in my faith. Don't go with mistakes, being broke I break. I can't roll with these niggas, they whole scope is fake. I choose the cross I make, and hang on, stay strong, while the birds peck words from my neck. Got the nerves of a vet, getting served in a private jet. Words slurred like a pirate upset, achieve and conquer, like a monster was next. Better use blood when you niggas signing my check. Once the bitch see the whip, she just trying to inspect. When it comes to my name, better put some respect. Puffin' on Mary Jane, gives me time to reflect on the money I invest. No checkers, this is chess. I don't gotta impress, make them wonder and guess. Do your best, never settle for less. Don't fuck with the stress, pass every test and be God in the living flesh, nigga. Take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game. Better take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game, my nigga. Take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game. Better take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game, my nigga, yeah. Whether heaven or Armageddon, we keep a Mac 11. Graduated to the AR-15, and I keep my shit clean with some holy oil and a new spring. I make them speak in tongues, yada yada mean. I gotta get away, a lot of stress in one day. Hope I'm gonna get paid with all the numbers I play. Can't take it to the grave, so I might as well save. Don't know what might be coming my way, like the Corona plague. Check my bank and them comments gon' stay. Wonder why they draw my follows whatever I say. Act confused, I'm abused, and I'll make you my slave. Life's a video game, and we some rats in the maze. All the money be a phase, while hell trail blaze. What's value to you? Can't tell these days. You niggas praise all the gods and still be afraid. That prostitute be bolder than you, but you walk in the blade. Take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game. Better take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game, my nigga. Take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game. You better take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game, my nigga, yeah. Be invisible to these miserables, never be caught. Better crawl before you walk, nigga, think before you talk. Memorize every line when the lesson gets taught. I got bloody clothes on, cause you know that I fought and never gave up. Courageous, I let the gauge bust, as I gotta make much outrage and fake dust. Then the days turn to dust. If you fight your dreams, niggas never wake up. Bitches fight they screams when they see me pull up. Keep the OG to steam with some drink in my cup. We not giving a fuck, that's the law. Keep the fatty tall, cop the Ferrari small. We eternally bout till eternity calls. Yelling fuck all y'all, self-sufficient with my business. Get a subscription to this pimpin' and a vision of this winning. Leave a dumbass spinning. If this shit rains on me, you niggas know I turn into a fucking gremlin, yeah. Take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game. Better take the walk of shame and throw it all in the game, my nigga, yeah. There's rules on the street, a blood pools for your feet. Gotta protect your jewelry, the rules are nothing new to me. Better keep the toolery for a nigga's foolery. It's cool to see niggas on the come up nowadays. Niggas run up cause they seen my face on the internet. I've been a vet in this game. Every year a different gear as I'm switching my lanes. Better look out for the native with immaculate aim. You watch, then I create, my nigga, we not the same. So looky here and be game. Please refrain from acting like we homies. This is a mirror to Scarface. Yes, this solo Tony. Unless it's dollars, I will not be conversation holding, as I'm not the one for loathing. Sign some signatures and keep on rolling. I said there's rules on the street or blood pools for your feet. I said there's rules on the street or blood pools for your feet. I said there's rules on the street or blood pools for your feet. I said there's rules on the street or blood pools for your feet, nigga. They say where'd he go? That Red Bull got rings. I got some homies coming to town, so I pull me some strings. Got a host with the shine on my rims and on my rings. 15s in the trunk, make the hummingbird sing for the illustrious king. Fly my hoes in and out, I don't fuck with no fling. Barely show my face cause niggas already know what I bring. Best way to be the case is to make them all dream. With an extra magazine, they act like I'm the police, they scatter like fiends. Sometimes you not invited cause your shit be too clean. Subconsciously, everybody gonna wanna compete. That's from the closest homie you know, the strangers on the street. I said the rules on the street are blood pools for your feet. said there's rules on the street or blood pools to your feet. I said there's rules on the street or blood pools to your feet. I said there's rules on the street or blood pools to your feet, nigga. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on to the Money Religion staff? Y'all up in here. The God 720 is here on this Tuesday, 2 o'clock sharp. You know, I appreciate everybody that is here. Most definitely, y'all get up in the comments. It's a crazy day, a lot of crazy energy today. You know, woke up feeling like Superman, had to clean this house from head to toe, had to teach my boys, you know. Appreciate what you got by cleanliness. You have to have your shit clean, man. You know, motherfuckers be some filthy, nasty, you know, croc wearing, dirty sweatpants, pajama, you know, chihuahuas running around in the house, stink, repulse motherfuckers. Got cats all up on your counter and motherfucking animals shitting on your stove. You niggas is nasty in the world. You dig what I'm saying? One thing that's real peculiar about the whole dog situation is that the majority of dogs are microwaved. You will not find them in nature. They are not natural breeds. Okay. They are created breeds in the laboratory of the Wizard of Oz. You dig what I'm saying? But how y'all doing, man? What's going on for everybody, man? Y'all go out there and vote. I didn't. I'm not fucking around. I don't want your filth on my hands. None of you niggas. I don't know what the fuck you doing. I'm not in the Oval Room. I do not sit over the discussion. I'm not in part of your bills and your vetoes and none of that shit. You understand? I choose no side. I stay neutral because you're full of shit. And I don't know what your true intentions are. You know, even though we've seen some very bad intentions over the past 4 years with the Democrats, you know, there's definitely a focus on the children. You know, there's a grand amount of perverts in the world. You know, unfortunately, you know, that's what we have to live through. But like I stated yesterday, you know, these are Western civilization problems. These are problems from Greece. And what people don't realize, you know, it's so funny how they got the magic so cold that people don't even recognize, you know, white folk is white folk. You know, Greece is the same white folk of today. Rome is the same white folk of today. You know, same with the medieval. You dig what I'm saying? Um, let me see here. The brother says something. He says, "Hey, G, my mom sent me some shit with my voting records for the last 3 elections saying I didn't vote. What do I think about the blatant disrespect of privacy?" Yeah, you know, that is called the mama syndrome right there, where, you know, women, good day, Mama E, the goddess has shown up. So let's talk about it. A lot of women feel as if they have, you know, this superiority complex of I've given birth to you and I can tell you what to do your entire life. And that is unfortunately that is a scenario you will definitely have to put the foot down. That's why, you know, in original America, classical, clean etiquette America, the law was when you meet your wifey, you know, you move to another state. And that restricts all this overbearing dominance that the ladies tend to want to impose on your relationship. Fathers don't act like that. You know, fathers, they usually understand existence, and real fathers, okay, they understand existence and they're not going to intervene in your progress with life and with your relationship. You know, they'll definitely sit back and, you know, will give sound advice from their own experience
and from the things that they witnessed other cronies of their same ages went through, when you approach father with the problems that may be going on inside your relationship. The single mother feels as if, you have to watch out, because there's a deep inclination where a lot of ladies feel as if they're owed. They feel entitled. They feel that they should have the domineering factor, and they should be sought after for all answers. Now, this, may be genetic, or it may also be a system of habit. Because, of course, when you were a child, and this is, habitual, this is definitely a part of the system. When you were a child, you ask mama, 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 you ask all these questions, and she gives the answers. Sometimes she may not know the answers, but she will give you the simple logic answers. Okay. And these simple logic answers will they sound good, but they may not be sound in what you really need. They may not be thorough. Mama E says Trump 2024. Everybody here, I hope you voted for Trump. If you did decide to vote, I don't enforce or expect anybody to vote. Do what you have to do in life. If you feel it's good for you, then do it. I just a person that likes, if I'm gonna go to the grave, I'm gonna go to the grave with my dirt on my hands, nobody else's. And I'm very weary of being connected to anybody about any goddamn thing, because humans are unpredictable. And that's just the bottom line with that. So you definitely have to watch out with that situation. When you get a new wife, or when you grow older and you may get your own apartment, your own car, keep the distance from mama. Okay. Because she would definitely impose, especially the single mother situation, because she knows that there is no man there loving on her, therefore she's not going to get any form of life insurance or any type of will situation from definitely expediting some man's demise and death, because that's what occurs. They expedite the situation. I've seen too many women in my own personal life kill off men from situations where they went to the hospital, and then they come back to the house, and they just liquidate the man sitting in the lazy boy. Make sure you eat your soup, make sure you take your meds, make sure you're doing this, and they know they just liquefying this nigga and watching him melt away sitting up in the lazy boy. You dig what I'm saying? I've watched that situation too many times. As a matter of fact, I saw one situation, this is with my own life and in my own personal zone. I saw one situation where my baby mom's grandmother, killed off her grandfather. And well, the situation was like this. He was in the hospice or whatever, and while he was in the hospice, the grandma went and was boning on some other boy, or some other, some other nigga. Basically, he was younger than her. That's why I said it like that. He was like 20, 30 years younger than her. She was like 60, he was like 40 or something like that. And then the daughter found out about it. The daughter went to the hospice and told her father that, your wife is cheating on you with another nigga in the house that you built. And this nigga took care of 4 of this woman's children that wasn't even his, and raised them up to be sound, adults and whatnot. And he died 3 days after that. So they intentionally, um you know no, you're fine for mentioning that. And so they intentionally killed them off. So you definitely got to watch that shit. You got to watch that shit. The woman will kill off the man, and so it's best. So if she wants to be defiant towards existence and not have a mate in her elder ages, go ahead and keep the distance, because she's expecting you to spend your time with no respect towards your life and what you may have to do, and the things that you're attached to, whether that be a job, children, a woman, a family. She will expect for you to sacrifice all of that to take care of her, because she wants to be defiant towards maintaining a relationship with somebody around her age, and they corrode together, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to corrode with your mate. You're supposed to die off with your mate if it's true love. True love, and you can see this all throughout history, that relationships that have true love in between them, they don't live that long and separate in death. If one dies, the other one is going to die like within the next week or within the next month. And that's because there was true love between them. They took care of their responsibilities, they raised children together, and things were beautiful. So you definitely have to watch out for that overbearing mother-in-law thing, or the overbearing, because a lot of women feel as if, you know because they quote unquote invested in you by raising you, that there's an automatic, you know unspoken invisible clause that you have to take care of them in elder age. you know and this is and the craziest part about this is that the psyche and the mind is deteriorating. So then they get ferocious, they get very disrespectful and ignorant at the mouth. So, if there's a disrespect towards your privacy, brother, keep the distance, keep the far distance, because if you're not a good decision maker in this dimension, then you're going to have to, succumb to your consequences for not being a good decision maker. And that's just all the fuck there is to it. You understand? So you have to watch out for that shit, man. Don't allow it. And that's what I see with the whole Kamala situation. When you look at Kamala and look at her during her debates and look at the way her eyes are moving and her smiles are moving, she's not listening to anything that's being said. That's why she responds to questions with this word salad. That's just, we know that there's not answers to the questions, so we need to find the questions that have answers, because we need answers to the questions, is how she be talking to people. You dig what I'm saying? Don't do that. And you could definitely see that she's trying to fight tears, and she doesn't really want the responsibility of a president. And it's very clear that if she does become a president, that there's going to be some form of puppet master behind her. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to watch out for that type of shit. you know um Let me see here. um you know Yeah, it's always good to give advice to your children if they're going through a situation, arguments or whatever the case. I'm at a stage in life where, I don't think, a female could get me angry about a goddamn thing. As long as I check my bank account and my shit is straight, I'm not finna get involved in none of your dumb ass shit. How you feel about this or how you feel about that, nigga, I don't give a fuck. you know uh, we're not going to be doing them deep ingrained attachments, because some ladies out there, and I'm not referring to the women that are here today, please remove yourself from the things that I'm speaking about. When you find out that some women intentionally want to see if they can get you angry, this is a problem. Or girls who make comments on the status of, I'm trying to see if I want to be your headache. Nigga, I don't want no headache. Just because that uterus in you gives you a headache don't mean you gonna be able to pass no headache on to me. I've never had a headache in my life until my last relationship. I don't deal with no fucking headache, nigga. My brain don't be throbbing and shit. What the fuck? And man, when you find out that, some ladies get off on that, they get off on pissing you off and things of this nature, man, why would you even want that type of shit around you? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Life the at the status we're at in in the world now, as far as we've come as human beings, you can organize your life where there's no problems and you don't need problems. Problem. I mean, I can't say that there won't be any problems. There's always a problem. It doesn't really matter if you're rich and famous or if you're poor. You will have problems. The problems may be different amongst different people, and there's small problems and large problems. And then, when if you have an entrepreneur mind and you set goals for yourself, then that there is a problem that has to be achieved and recreated. You know what I'm saying? We have a statement here. Let's do this here. Mama E says the black community needs a reset when it comes to the dating pool. The dating pool has piss in it, and there is dookie logs afloating. And when you are in the dating pool and you try to swim to the edge, the dookie log will follow, and it seems as if it has gotten quicker. It's picking up on speed as you try to get to the edge and get out of the dating pool. Do you understand? I don't date. Personally, like, what the fuck is dating? I'm not here for your, I'm not taking you on great Disneyland journey. We're not doing that. I'm not your bitch. We're not doing none of that. Well, I praise you. Yeah, I'm going to praise you. I'll give you worship and all of that, but that is after achieving. See, one thing about me, since when you're an entrepreneur and when you're a possessive personality like me, you believe in earning. Okay. Now, when you believe in earning, and you also believe in the pieces of the puzzle matching. Okay. And the pieces of the puzzle. See, what about courtship? Courtship is good, and uh, you know, I t- I've never taken a woman on a date in my life. Let's be fucking clear. I've taken a woman out on date nights when we're already together. Like, I've already, splacked the draws and all of that. We are in union together. You understand? Because I believe in completion from A to Z. So if I'm taking you out and we's having a good time and all of that, it's gonna be a good time all the way till 2 in the morning. Do you understand? It's going to be a good time. That means the toes go in the ears. I'm clean your ears with your toes. You understand? I'm not finna play this motherfucking game of, oh, do she love me not, and picking flowers, and, oh, I don't know, should I lean over and kiss her, and should I walk her to the door, and stupid ass shit. Like, nigga, look, you have organs that are specifically made for a certain practice. Same with me, and let's see if that matches, because it has to be puzzle piecing up in here. So that means by the time we play 21 questions after I first meet you and I go down the itinerary of your resume, that will tell me if we're even going to be moving forward, or what your classification is. You understand? With all of this, I'm a 10 and I'm a 10 and I'm a 10 shit. A lot of girls forgot where their classification was. That's why I like the 90s. The 90s, a girl, she knew she was a little bit too chubby, or she knew she was a little ugly, or where she just hunch her shoulders and take the dick. You dig what I'm saying? We smoke out and chill, blah blah blah. And that's gonna be that. Nowadays, I'm 40 something years old. These bitches be coming around here 3, 4 babies by another nigga, talking about you looking for some leadership. You looking for a protector. Bitch, wasn't nobody protecting them when you got with that nigga had them babies. You be fucking around with jailbird ass niggas and think you finna get a boss. Yeah, you better get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. You better know where your classification is at. It's like when you go to Walmart, do we get the great value, or do we get the General Mills? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you a motherfucker who gives a fuck about quality, you gonna get the General Mills. You dig what I'm saying? Not the great value. Okay. The great value is product made by the store. You understand? Therefore, it is ultra cheap. I don't fuck with ultra cheap shit. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers fuck with cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if I buy guns, they're gonna be Glocks. They're gonna be a Taurus. It's gonna be something. I like quality. Why don't a motherfucker like quality around here, man? What is wrong with the world? You understand? Like, for instance, Kamala, for instance, I ain't fucking with you. You got on the same motherfucking earrings, and you got on the same nigga. You supposed to be a boss bitch with millions of dollars in your pocket. You wearing the same earrings, and every time I see you, you wearing the same jewelry. That let me know you got some goddamn R2D2 motherfucking 007 bullshit going on. Somebody whispering up in your ear telling you what to say and what to do. You dig what I'm saying? Because you're wearing the same shit. And ain't no boss bitch at no millions of dollars gonna be coming to every event wearing the same shit. She 9 times out of 10 gonna have her hair different every time. She gonna have her jewelry different every time. She gonna have her clothing different every time. She ain't gonna be wearing no pants every motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? Come up in here. This is America. Bring some cleavage to the podium, bitch. You know, lost your motherfucking mind. You dig what I'm saying? Don't be coming up in here wearing pants. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wear pants all the time. Like, what? Woman don't. Man, please, dog. There are so many rules and regulations to a shorty, to a woman. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I like a girl that can flex in many different sceneries and whatnot. So, if she wearing some jeans and she got on some Timbs, okay, this is my New York chick today. You dig what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. But when we go out and we out, bitch, you putting on a skirt, bitch, and it better be by your knees. I don't do no booty flopping out the bottom of the skirt and shit. You done lost your motherfucking mind. I don't fuck with no bra drinking no beer, smoking no cigarettes, smoking no vape, smoking no nothings. You understand me? Well, man, nigga, rules and regulations. You understand? There's rules and regulations, man. And I'm gonna be on the upkeep as well. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not, man. I don't know what is wrong with the world today. You wearing these Crocs and shit. You get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, drinking no goddamn beer around me. You lost your motherfucking mind. Yeah, these girls think they can drink a Four Loko or a Corona. Bitch, you better get your raunchy ass fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Or, you got too many tattoos. A couple of tattoos is, I respect it. You want to feel a little pain, want to express a little gangster. I get it, but we got tats all up on the neck and big chest plates and all this other shit. You better get your raggedy ass fuck out of here, man. I'm gonna tell you, like the Chicago mayor said, I don't do raggedy. I might put that shit up on the goddamn. I might put that shit on the beginning of a track. That nigga came to the podium and said, I don't do raggedy. That's right. Come on. For 2038, nigga, we don't do raggedy, nigga. The fuck is this shit? You understand? Motherfuckers done lost their goddamn mind out here, man. There's a rules and regulations on how you keep yourself, man, in public, man. You know what I'm saying? Dating, man, if you want to date and do all that confusing ass shit, I'm not going to waste no goddamn time. I'm an entrepreneur. I got things to do. It's either you going to get in with the mixture or you going to keep your ass on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Your judgment rules don't really mean nothing to me. Once you develop civilization, okay, once you have your face on the money, okay, once you have written the Declaration of Independence, you understand? Then we might consider what the fuck you got to say. You understand? But when it comes to human history and the record, my nigga, no, I hear you, but that doesn't mean I'm listening. Do you understand me? I will consider, depending. You dig what I'm saying? But by majority rule, there hasn't been too much good decision making. There hasn't been too much achievement line. You know what I'm saying? You gotta finagle and taggle and confuse some nigga somewhere. You dig what I'm saying? In order to get your advancement in the game, you gotta confuse a nigga. It's just like what happened with Hatshepsut. In ancient Egypt. She had to come to the podium wearing a man's garb. Why did she have to come to the podium dressed as a man, even though she was in hierarchy position in order to rule? Because I think somebody got knocked off, the pharaoh above her got killed or something like that, and she had to step up to the podium. So they put her on the podium because she was the most educated inside the areas of law for ancient Egypt at that time. But they put her in man garb. Why did they put her in man garb? Because they knew the society would lose their shit if they understood that there was a woman up there trying to rule the land. That's right. Because the populace knew, oh, hell no, we not going to have it. Now, let's go down here to the biological significance to this. The reason being is because there is a menses, there is a menstrual that occurs every month, and there is a change in the decision making factors once the menstrual comes through, and then there's also menopause that occurs in the elder age, which changes the decision making factors. So 3 weeks she will say yes, and then on the fourth week she will say no to the same goddamn question. And because of this instability line right here, men have not allowed or will not support the rulership of a woman over males. Okay, so now we have a situation where they had to introduce a lot of bird. They had to bring the bird in. They didn't even made Wolverine and the Deadpool some bird ass niggas. You dig what I'm saying? Then it took comic characters that niggas grew that the children are watching the fucking they read the comic books, okay, and they took the characters and made them homo. You understand? You had to introduce all this fucking backwards ass shit in society in order to condition and weaken the people's minds for the exception of a female in office. Do you understand how that works? Okay. So, because you had to do so much work, you had to do 5, 6 generations of single motherism, which weakened the males and their testosterone and all of this other scientific shit that these white boys know in these laboratories. You had to do all of that, in order to bring in the current situation that we have today. And it still may not be successful because of the traumatic experiences a lot of individuals have went through dealing with the single mother household. Okay, because there's a lot of stress factor that comes in. There's a lot of workload. There's a lot of denial. From men, there's a lot of dreams, especially for women who don't get any beauty recognition. The failure of beauty recognition on females can definitely hit some very dangerous points of retaliation and psychosis. If they may fall into some real weird spaces if the beauty isn't recognized. Sexual worship is a thing that builds the self-esteem and also calms the human. So if they're not getting any of that, ooh, if there's no enforcement in that area, and then socially they're told that they can't enforce their beauty or whatever skills they can provide to men, that is a no-no in society. So it becomes very difficult. And these are things that you don't want to mess around with. Not only that, Kamala doesn't have motherly love, so therefore she doesn't truly understand um you know the sustenance of existence. She doesn't understand the concealing of secrets thoroughly, because that's something that only the mother can understand. The mother can give the milk, and she has a certain responsibilities when it comes to the maintenance of her children that definitely invokes a sympathy towards existence. You know what I'm saying? Now, the lack of sympathy towards men and the attack is something that has definitely been taught to them, through media, specifically Walt Disney and other forms of media, the music, and also the availability to get a large amount of finances, through the OnlyFans and other avenues that men cannot do, usually all sexually related. So it's very terrible that these things have been exploited, and these avenues have been you know used as a space to neglect responsibilities, which definitely shows that we're not going to follow law of natural order, which is also what occurred in the Garden of Eden. you know yeah, my nigga Stalin in the house. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me put homie up here. This is the homie. He did the video to Stay Alive. So if y'all want some music videos done, holler at him. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, that is definitely the situation at hand. We don't know what's gonna come. We don't know what's gonna come. Hopefully, Trump walks into office and we don't have these problems, and money for everybody, checks for everybody. You know, if Kamala wins, hopefully Trump will get in a blimp and fly over America and you know, um, toss out bras and tampons for everybody. Because majority of you niggas gonna need it. You understand? Bras are gonna get out of pocket, man. It's gonna be out of pocket situation. There's no respect line because and the funniest thing about respect is that it is definitely needed for the progression of business. And there's no way that there's no way that you could be disrespectful towards males, and males have designed the corporations and all the litigations and all the due diligence that you have to go through and think that you're going to be successful in that space. It's just like a vehicle. There's no way I can disrespect the maintenance of the vehicle and then expect for the vehicle to drive me from point A to point B. It doesn't work like that. And there's a hardcore area of metaphysics. That's all secret societies is understanding the esoteric sciences that need to be implicated for the status of business. And I mean it's kind of funny because the stars is putting that on to me earlier. um you know um about the whole Wendy's. They just shut down about 140 Wendy's, and they also shut down the TGI Fridays. And how is this connected? And the stars, they just gave me the connection because Wendy's is actually um the definition to the name Wendy is wanderer. Okay. So it's in reference to the wandering of women who, basically will not listen to order, or when order is extremely imposed upon them, or when they get presented with the results of their ill decisions. They will storm out, they wander. That uterus will get up and move. That uterus controls the bottom half of the woman. Get up and get the fuck on. And then if you look at the sign on Wendy's, and when it comes to her collar, it says mom, MOM. If you pay attention. So the wanderer. Okay. And then we have TGI Fridays, and thank God it's Friday. And the root word to Friday is Freya, which is the Nordic goddess. Okay. Which also is connected to no, that's not. Freya is Friday. That's not Astarte. Astarte is Easter. You dig what I'm saying? Freya is a different goddess. Okay, but let me see what I can. And it's not Freya with a Y. It's actually Freya with a J. Freya. If we're gonna get specific. Let me see here. Freya. Yeah, it's a Norse goddess. Exactly. Freya is a Norse goddess of love, fertility, beauty, war, death, gold, and magic. Her name means lady mistress in Old Norse. She was the sister of Freyr, the god of the sea, Nord's daughter. Okay. And was known for riding a boar with golden bristles and traveling in a chariot pulled by cats. This could also be where the cat lady comes from. And riding the boar is definitely the consumption of great pig that a lot of motherfuckers, they like some bacon and shit. A lot of motherfuckers want to eat their slap back. And that's another rule about me, man. That's why nowadays, that whole one night stand zone is a dangerous space, nigga. Don't do it. Don't do it. You got to inspect a motherfucker. Okay, nigga, what are you consuming before I dig up in your nasty ass body, nigga? What the fuck is you talking about? How many vaccinations you done took, nigga? What's in your house? What is your breathing? What are the smells around you? You know what I'm saying? There's all this goddamn dumb shit, and you know. So Freya, thank God it's Friday. The Freya has closed. So with that being stated, and then we have the Kamala, who also, well, Kamala does have some good representations behind her, supposedly. But then there's a double layer to her name because her middle name is Devi. So that means like double goddess. And then that's hardcore Indian. That's not any representation of, the America. And then the last name is Harris, and hopefully it's not Harry. Hopefully you're taking care of yourself and there's good genetic code and you are not, in the hairy part, because the hair keeps the stench. But just like the trail in the woods, a beaten path is smooth. You dig? Kalima, yeah, no, Kamala is a epithet of Lakshmi. So I have a whole video about it. So just go ahead and look at the video. And then, we have the brother here, Brick Alter. He stated something. Okay. Shahrazad Ali was dropping these jewels in the Black Man's Guide in the early 90s and was demonized for it. Yes. If you want the video, the DVD to the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, I do have it on the millenniumdvds.com. Go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? It is right there available for you. I'll put the link in the room right now. And y'all don't forget, I definitely appreciate the donation from the brother Brick Alter. Donate to the God 720. This is the only place you can feel real in this world. Okay, is right here. You understand? Because these other motherfuckers mandate that you wear a mask, that every day is Halloween when you leave your home. And I was talking about where the origins of that came from, and it definitely during the course of slavery, whenever a black man or black woman felt left the field, left the plantation, left their sharecropping home and cabin and logging, they understood their log cabin or whatever. They understood that they had to wear some fake face because the white man gonna ride by on that horse and clock a nigga upside the head. Okay. And so you had to wear great mask. You had to have your papers. You understood as soon as you walked outside your house, you had to have this system of fake going. You dig what I'm saying? In order to align to their social system or whatever psychopathic measures they want to put down on you. You understand? Basically, what Toby said. Toby be good nigga for your master. Toby be good nigga. What's your name, boy? Kunta. You understand? Yeah. And that's just what it was. Why do we laugh at these situations? I don't know. I guess because we have the freedom now. We some niggas. You understand? And we have the freedom now. So I guess we look back at those situations like, nigga, not me. But it damn sure could be you, depending on the ferociousness. White people want to invoke. You better watch out. You walk inside that home. I remember we used to watch cartoons and they showed the white man how the white man got a bear rug on the ground, got an elk's head hanging off the goddamn wall. Yeah, nigga, we go out here and kill all great beasts, nigga. You saw what happened in the volume 3. Okay, you have to purchase it. Volume 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if I can get the picture. This is the white man showing his dominance over all beings on this earth. Let's see if I can pull the picture up real quick. We're going to talk about it real quick. Where is it at? Come on. Be agreeable. Be agreeable. Where is it at? Okay. Is it in here? It's in here somewhere, nigga. Can we find it? Can we find it? Can we find it? Oh, no. Where is it at? But Mary the elephant. And Mary the elephant was an elephant that was hung in Tennessee. Yeah, there we go right there. I spoke it up. See? We gonna hang your monkey ass. You understand? We hang the elephant, nigga. We're gonna hang all the big beings of this planet. It doesn't matter. Hang a giraffe's ass up in here, nigga. We gonna see if you gonna fuck around. Yeah. Would 720 have made it during slavery? Yeah. I don't know how I would have made it. You know what I'm saying? I just, they probably would have knocked off my feet, cut my feet off, or some shit. I don't know. There's so many different situations pertaining to the slavery. They want to only show you the bad parts to try to invoke a maintenance over dominating you. You know what I'm saying? But when you go down to the details of what was going on in slavery, every plantation was different. Every plantation was ran different. A lot of masters were, were lax, and through being lax, that's why they had overseers and things of that nature. When you get down to the details, sometimes the plantation was like a mile, 2 miles away from the master's house, and a mile up the road, these niggas had about 1,000 slaves, 500 to 1,000 slaves. Like, how do you maintain 500 to 1,000 slaves? Because what they understood was is that that white man can pull up 10,000 niggas to whoop your motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? 10,000 white folks who show up overnight to see the lynching, and they will drag your ass about the motherfucking jail and lynch your ass. But see, they only tell you those stories about black people. There was a lot of white criminals during slavery, the slavery time periods, where white folk went up to that jail, and told the sheriff to get the fuck out the way, or we gonna lynch your ass too. And they would get that criminal out of the jail, and they would lynch his ass. Do you understand me? Immediately, white criminals, and that was the game. So let's not just point. Let's just. I got a book. Well, I had a book called The Festival of Violence. I got to buy it again. And the Festival of Violence put a statistical game down through all of the different types of lynch mobs. There was lynch mobs that were women. There were black women and white women in unison that would lynch rapists and shit. And yeah, it was going down. So there is a very unique picture. The picture that we get about slavery is not the thoroughness of what was going on. We'll never really be able to tap into the mentality of what was going on at that time period, or the fear that the average person was holding on to because of the environment. We will never be able to. And please understand that I'm not trying to shy away from the activities that occurred to black people. It's very true that there was cases of black women being hung and babies were ripped out the stomach. But this is also very true during the medieval times, where criminals would get prostitutes pregnant and then rip the babies up out of their stomach, and then they would take the babies and melt them down into wax and put the wax into a candle, and then they burned the candle when they went out there and did more thievery, and they would supposedly be invisible during the course of them holding this candle that had baby fat in it. Okay, this was called the unguent, and this same unguent would be the chemical combination with other herbs and things that they would put on the broomsticks that would make the witches fly, supposedly. Okay, there is a lot of details in these situations, and the thing that's really funny about or peculiar, should I say, not necessarily funny, but about the witches, is that a lot of these witches were 1,000, 3,000 miles apart, and they were given the same descriptions about what they did at the Sabbath, what the devil was telling them to do, to fly on brooms, how to get to the Sabbath, the ritualistic practices that were going on. There was damn near, um, mirroring each other, or the same information being spoken in completely different locations all across Europe. That's why a motherfucker put it down for 400, 500 years. You understand? Okay. Um, yeah, you know, yeah. It's a very interesting situation, you know what I'm saying? When we go down to the details of how they were operating in the medieval times versus what was going on in the slave trade. And yeah, humans were getting ripped apart, but this is a part of the establishing of order. And then when we go down to natural law, if I have more manpower and I can be more violent than you, I win. I can do whatever the fuck I want to, and that is the case here. You know what I'm saying? Just like what's going on with the whole election today. At the end of the day, when it comes to powerful individuals, Trump has more manpower. Okay, when we have Elon Musk, when we have other individuals that support his campaign, versus what we have with the Kamala. As a matter of fact, Vivek, the Hindu dude, he supports um Trump. So, and then I just saw a video earlier of them praying for Trump in India, but they did big Hindu ritual for Trump. I saw a parade that was going on in Japan or China somewhere, and they were parading for Trump. They had a big old statue and a big old, representation of him on the float, is what they call it in the parade. And, they were celebrating Trump in other countries, and it's very ironic how much, influence we have on everybody across the globe through our socialism, that people act like they voting over there. It's like, nigga, you were not involved. You know what I'm saying? You've never had a double mac McCheese your whole goddamn life, and you think you over here sitting in the stadium for the Dodgers and shit. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, people so blind to what's right in front of them and trying to put their mind in this other illusionary space. It's, remarkable. I find it remarkable. Maybe this is a Disney cartoon. Maybe I'm a cartoon to you. I don't know what the fuck this shit is anymore. It's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, give me some statements over here in the comment section about what you feel about what's going on, man, with this whole environment, man. This is it's confusing where we're at. There's definitely a lot of energy today, so we will see what occurs. um you know um yeah, I just believe in order. There's been an order that humans have been operating in for thousands of years that got us to the point that we're at now. We're at a beautiful space when it comes to the inventions that have been provided, that the vehicles, the planes, the on the beaches, we get on the cruise ships. Let's honor and respect what we've done and how we've gotten here. And we've gotten here by male established order. Well, America has kicked the planet's ass based on masculinity and the mentality thereof, not based on femininity. And as a matter of fact, the femininity that has been presented has to the globe has been, in the form of great beauty, human engineering, and interracial relationships and things of this matter that have developed the most beautiful women that you've ever seen here in America. You understand? And we present that to the planet, and the planet falls into the space of idolization. Do you understand? And this is where we rule. You understand? And nobody else will ever be able to develop the level of beauty that we have here in America, whether it comes from the Beyonce, the Dolly Parton, the Marilyn Monroe, the Whitney Houston. You understand what I'm telling you? The Felicia Rashad. You understand? The beauty, the jewel. You understand? The country music, the goddamn, the rock and roll, the rap. The motherfucking R&B. The in vogue. You understand? We developed that. We developed the Chevy. You understand? Where over there in Japan, they now they have whole car lots selling lowriders and shit because they've lost their attachment towards their culture, and they idolize what America has created. Out of our nothingness, we have developed. You understand? And we've done that with everybody knowing their place. It is, and now people have gotten out of place, and we don't know what's going to happen. Like my homeboy says, he has a gut wrenching feeling that America is over. I don't want America to be over. I have children here. You know, I don't want them to be experiencing no Book of Eli type of fucking environment, like, all the dystopian bullshit that's been shoved down our minds, over the past 10, 20 years. Them niggas have 15 seasons of The Walking Dead. What the fuck do we need that many seasons of some zombies getting killed for? Who gives a fuck? Why are we celebrating, these levels of, and the reason why we're celebrating, I know why, is because people celebrate all this death and the John Wayne Gacy and the Psycho and the 50 Shades of Gray, and they celebrate all of this shit because, and white boys know that you're going to celebrate it because you have witnessed these levels of abuse, and you want to also, feel the power that comes with you being the dominant force when this abuse is being expressed. And the majority of people, they witness and experience this abuse as they were a child. and they're too cowardly to go upside the head of the parents that excessively abuse them. So they need to identify this type of power and system by watching a Freddy Krueger and watching the Jason Voorhees and all this unnecessary ass dumbass shit. You understand? Your violence, I don't respect people who idolize violence but aren't going to go experience themselves. So for a lot of people who want to jump up and down for the MMA and the UFC and for all of these violent situations, and you're not gonna get in the ring your goddamn self. This is disrespectful. This is fucking coward shit. I can't respect that line. But then again, like I stated, a lot of people come from violent situations and they want to understand what that feels like. You understand, and they do it vicariously through these false entities on television. They want to be the Walking Dead. They want to eat off of other humans, and they want to be the Dracula and the werewolf and the True Blood and all this other shit. Well, you don't even truly know the psychological, um, you know, caricature that is being shown to you and what that really means. And it was definitely expressed in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. That's why I salute Leonardo DiCaprio and what he did that year with The Wolf of Wall Street and Django. With those two movies being released in the same year, and the combination of the energies that's in both and the role he played, you don't even see, dude. Phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx played a phenomenal role, but I could see Jamie Foxx, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, see, when it comes to acting, when it comes to filmography, you know and you're looking at acting, real acting, real theater, you don't see the actor. Like, that's why Forrest Gump is phenomenal, is because you don't see Tom Hanks. You see Forrest Gump, and that's what makes it phenomenal. You dig what I'm saying? Um, Denzel Washington. I give Denzel Washington, even though Denzel Washington is typecasted, and when they use the term typecasted, that means you're usually playing some role that deals with either police officers or you're dealing with the gangster of, that's in relationship with the police officer or whatever during the course of the film, and he always plays a level of authority. I definitely want to see the new Gladiator film, and I definitely applaud Hollywood for putting a black man in the ancient atmosphere of Gladiator. So I definitely want to see that. Y'all go check that out as well. Give Denzel his props. But he played a phenomenal role with Frank Lucas, and he also played a phenomenal role in Training Day. So in Training Day, he definitely grasped the energy of the LA gangster. What the LA gangster cop is, he'd probably have to be a little bit more extreme, and he played it well. And he also played the position of a 1970s Harlem gangster. Perfect. He played both roles perfect. You dig what and you don't really see him, especially in Training Day. You don't see Denzel, even though he's typecasted. So it makes it a little bit difficult because of that, but you don't see him. You know what I'm saying? There's very few roles when it comes to black actors. Dude in Snowfall, the black dude who played and he's actually British, phenomenal. Another black male actor that's phenomenal is Idris Elba, and there's a movie I want y'all to all go see. It's called 3,000 Years of Longing, I think it is, or something like that. That was a phenomenal movie. There's definitely a lot of ancient arts and a lot of ancient stuff put inside that movie that is pertinent. They talk about the Queen of Sheba in there. They talk about a lot of different things, and that movie was phenomenal. I love the fact Idris Elba even took on a role like that. When you step outside your character, that's where it is. Billy Bob Thornton in the movie Sling Blade, that was phenomenal acting. It's hard to play the retard, and that's also, they say the retard is one of the most difficult roles to play. Same with once again Leonardo DiCaprio in the Gilbert Grape movie where he played the retard. He did a phenomenal job. A lot of people don't like him. Don't A lot of people like to bring up that movie to clown Leonardo DiCaprio, and I don't think that's a clowning position. I think his acting was phenomenal in that role. He did a very good job. Malcolm X, yeah, you don't, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. You don't see Denzel and Malcolm X. I mean, you see him a little bit, but you don't see him because you understand this is Malcolm X. You understand Malcolm X had a certain persona, and he played a phenomenal role in that movie. I will give him that. We're not going to take away. So, even though when it comes to Spike Lee, I'm not a big Spike Lee fan like that. Even though Clockers was a good movie, I did like Clockers. I did like Crooklyn. That was definitely good. Who's that nigga? Tom Hardy. That motherfucker is a beast in the acting, especially when he plays these medieval gangster roles. He's been doing in a lot of films lately. Yeah, that nigga there, Tom Hardy, is a motherfucker. You can't, boy, that motherfucker there. And also the nigga who just tried to bounce off of my life in the movie American Fiction. What's his name? Jeremiah Wright, I think is his name is. Let me see if I can get it right real quick. I don't think that's his name. Um Let me see here. American Fiction. Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright. That nigga there is a beast with the acting. Jeffrey Wright is a beast. I don't think American Fiction really brought out that beast acting that he has in him, but that motherfucker there is a beast. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man was phenomenal. Dustin Hoffman also played a good role in the movie Perfume. So y'all check out that movie. That is a money religion mandate movie for the medieval. That movie Perfume with Dustin Hoffman, go see it. Phenomenal acting. Same with the motherfucker who played the role. I forgot his name. Let's see if I can look at it. He got some cold acting on him too. you know I don't even know why we went down this lane in conversation. But it definitely lets me know that, hey, we could probably put a film together because we know what energies are thoroughly needed. Who played this nigga? What's this nigga's name? Ben Whishaw. He played a very. Alan Rickman is a good actor as well. You know, we don't have juicy acting like that anymore in our films. It's all been drowned out by this superhero bullshit. And it's very sad. There was somebody was talking about it. I think it was Tom Hanks that stated something about this whole superhero dumbass shit that then drowned it out. Real acting, real theater. Lawrence Fishburne is definitely a good actor as well. He played a phenomenal role in Matrix. Same with, I mean, you can't even fuck with Keanu Reeves. You can't fuck. But I don't like the way Keanu Reeves has been sort of typecasted after the Matrix. Johnny Depp, he's sort of typecasted. He doesn't really do films that's difficult. Like for instance, when I mentioned Django, you know, you could definitely feel the energy that was sort of difficult for Leonardo DiCaprio to do, but he pulled it the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? He pulled that movie off, and it wouldn't have been, the movie wouldn't have even had the juice that it had if it wasn't for Leonardo, especially after he just did, Wolf of Wall Street. I hate the way everybody fucked with Dude after Wolf of Wall Street. What's his name? Jonah Hill. I don't like the way they fucked with Dude about his weight and shit, and it really fucked with him. But Jonah Hill, he did phenomenal acting in The Wolf of Wall Street. I gotta say that. Definitely, my dude is Al Pacino for sure. I used to fuck with Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro only marries black women, but Robert De Niro, he did the bird shit. He does the bird shit with the Diddy on the fucking Saturday Night Live. Robert De Niro's decision making has lost a lot of fucking respect from me. You know what I'm saying? Um, who was the dude on I just watched that movie American Gangster just yesterday with my son Master. The movie was phenomenal. And the dude who played the mafia dude, who is it? Who is it? The white dude that was up in there. American Gangster. Um Russell Crowe, he's pretty good, but so did I don't know if Russell Crowe is back on the new Gladiators, but who is it? Idris Elba. Yeah, Ruby D, rest in peace. I think she just passed. Who is dude that was on the Armand Asante? He played a fucking phenomenal role in that movie. Armand Asante. He also played a role of John Gotti. It was a movie that was put out by HBO. Fucking phenomenal piece of work. You know, he definitely mirrored, John Gotti, and even mafia individuals have stated that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely peep that out. That nigga Roger Smith, who was in that movie, he's good too. But yeah, I don't even know why we got on actors right now. But I watch films. I consider, if I'm gonna watch a film, it's got to be a film. I don't like bullshit movies. I need a movie that's going to draw me in. If it can't draw me in, it doesn't have the power. Like what was the first Alien movie? Yeah, Sigourney Weaver and the first Alien, nigga, please. Now, I guess, it's kind of funny because that's probably the movie that made me, like ferocious women. Because she got up in that motherfucking machine and fought that mother alien. She was like, come on, motherfucker. And she beat that motherfucker's ass. I was a little kid watching that shit. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't fuck with Will Smith like that. Will Smith, yeah, look, that is my movie, Event Horizon by Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, I'm glad we got to share this moment with y'all. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne in Event Horizon. Event Horizon is definitely a money religion film. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check that one out. I don't vouch for no Will Smith, bro. Like Will Smith did do a good job in Ali. I can't deny that. But I don't think him and Ali beat Jamie Foxx with Ray. Oh no. When Jamie Foxx did Ray, nigga, please. And then when Jamie Foxx also did the clone Tyrone, you saw how them niggas shut the fuck up when it came to that clone Tyrone. Because that movie there was in the mixture. You understand me? Hold on real quick. I got a private number calling me. Hold on. Hello? Who is this? Yes. And you hit me at a very you hit me at an odd time. So is there any way I can call you back or you can text me real quick? Exactly 1 hour from now. 4:10. I'm looking for you. All right then. Okay, darling. Shit. Missed that call, but it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Business first. But yeah. Um damn. Missed that, but I'm back with y'all. Troy was so good. Yeah, no, they clone Tyrone is on top. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, oh man, my head just got thrown off. I gotta pick up all my phone calls. That is business. And remember that you do the same. Okay, private numbers, 1-800 numbers, you pick every single phone call up. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah. Those are some movies. Quest for Fire. Who is dude in Quest for Fire? Because he played a phenomenal role too. Quest for Fire. This movie is phenomenal. Yeah, that motherfucker there. He only dates black women too. Is Ron Perlman? You need to watch that movie. That is a piece of work. Mama E, you make sure you watch that movie. Quest for Fire. You understand? Yeah, 300 was a phenomenal movie. You know, the way they shown um the Persians, I didn't really like that too much. They showed them to be all effeminate and shit, but when in reality, you know, it was the Spartans who were birds in history. You understand? So, you know, I don't like films that do too much gratification of one side or the other. Don Cheadle cannot be forgotten. Don Cheadle in the Hotel Rwanda, you can't fuck with it. You cannot fuck with that type of acting right there. Don Cheadle, he needs his award. Give him his award. That nigga there is phenomenal when it comes to acting, all the way down to the Deuces and the Trays. I forgot what the name of that movie was. The one of the first classic gangster movies. You know what I'm saying? But Don Cheadle, we cannot forget that brother. You know, when it comes Lupita Nyong'o, she's okay, but you know, it's typecasted when it comes to those roles. I definitely need to see a position where you stepped out of your role. Forrest Whitaker in The Last King of Scotland. Oh, that phenomenal. When you're playing those African roles like that, and there's a specific African mentality to attain to really put the role out there. Woo! That is the shit. That is concentration. That is focus. That is real shit. You know what I'm saying? And for all of y'all that are listening, you know, if you feel like you have that inclination for acting, go grab you some monologues, man. Go grab you some Shakespeare. You know, get involved in theater, and the reason it being is because the reason I say it like that is because everybody's complaining about black male actors nowadays. Let me see here. Um, this dude right here, John Boyega, who played the role in the Clone Tyrone, but he was also the first black person in a Star Wars movie. Woo! John Boyega. That nigga attained the country boy mentality. Do you understand me? And that is what you need to be getting into. You have to invoke for the role. So if any of y'all, you know, y'all like actors like this, don't, you know, depreciate your value in what you like, because you must become. So go read you some Shakespeare, have some respect for theater. You know, go get on stage. In order to be in film, you have to pass the gate of theater first. And go get you some monologues, try some dialogues, you know, things of that nature. Yeah, this is what the homie Team Green asked a question here. He said, what do I think of foreigners playing Americans and vice versa? I like the pull off, just like I said with dude in Snowfall. He played it, he played an American gangster. It wasn't too hardcore West Coast, but he did play American gangster. Now, the other nigga with the Jerry curl, who is actually from New York, that nigga played West Coast gangster. Okay. I forgot his name. Let me pull that shit up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. What was it? Snowfall cast. Yeah, Amen Joseph. He played the role of a West Coast gangster, damn near on the same level of Denzel with Training Day. You understand me? That nigga played Jerome Saint, and you know, Damson Idris, who played Franklin Saint, he played, you know, just the role of a gangster, which was good. He played, you know, he's on that because that happens in black culture where, you know, you're at t-shirt gangster environment, but your mentality is really mafioso. And there's really a confusing line right there. And usually that's what, gets niggas taken down and shit, because they connected to too many t-shirt gangster niggas who don't want to evolve their layer, when it comes to the street actions. You know what I'm saying? And you have to evolve your layer, in order to have a better survival rate when it comes to the streets. If you stay t-shirt gangster, I mean, and it's hard. It's hard for individuals. We just seen it with, your boy Big Meech. That nigga's mentality was mafioso. There's nobody who's done it like him when it comes to gangsterism in America, but he was attached to a lot of t-shirt gangsters that didn't want to evolve. There's something about the black male mentality where they're scared to step up into the collegiate space and step up into the higher the higher realms of existence, when it comes to finances and what's going on with your industry. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of gangsters out here who are 30, 40 years old and don't have any achievements underneath their belt. You know what I'm saying? And because they don't have any achievements, any black male who comes from that group and decides to grow up, they end up going through the military, they end up going to college, they end up becoming a football star, they end up going becoming a doctor or whatever the case. They come back to the hood. Them hood niggas is trying to fuck you up. Okay. Now, Caligula is definitely a money religion movie. Okay. Caligula does have a lot of high level perversion in it. If you're not ready, don't fuck around with it. But it definitely shows you the insanity that's embedded inside Western culture. And it also shows you political insanity that's going on. Menace to Society was definitely a good movie. MC8 played a phenomenal role. Also the other nigga who played Pinky in and I think it was the first barbershopper where he played in the he played Pinky in the other movie too. He played a pimp nigga in the movie Dead Presidents. Dead Presidents is phenomenal. All the actors in there, top notch. That is definitely a movie where you did not see Chris Tucker. You saw him because of his what do they call it? His influence that he has to put in, because he made a marker for himself by man, and saying certain words and whatnot. But Chris Tucker, he was a real actor in Dead Presidents. I don't really think the rush hour shit and all of that shit, I thought that was a little too commercialized. But Dead Presidents, Lorenz Tate, and everybody that was in Dead Presidents, definitely a classic film. You know what I'm saying? Friday is always a classic film. And rest in peace to everybody that was in that movie. But yeah, let's keep it going. I don't even know how we got here, but yeah, I'm glad everybody got to express how they felt about a lot of these movies. Boys in the Hood is definitely a good movie. Yeah, Caligula is a wild movie, but you got to understand that film to understand the type of world that you're in, and also to understand where we have the possibilities to go because of who's running the fucking show. You understand? Because those problems that you see in that movie, they still have those problems to this day. They're still using litigation and philosophies that were developed during those time periods in order to run this world. You understand? So yeah, that, and hopefully we're not in a movie right now. That's all I could say. You know what I'm saying? I had a flashback the other day. At one time, I was in my dunk on the fucking strip. And yeah, y'all need to donate because I got to put some more money into this dunk. Not a lot, but you will definitely see me rolling in my drop top again. You understand? On the sixes with the 455 engine, big boy. Yes, nigga. You understand? But anyways, I was at the stoplight, man. Shorty rolled up next to me, man. She looked out the window. Some older lady. She was like, "You're a movie star. You know that, right?" And it just made me clip in the brain, like, "Yo, you motherfuckers got me in some type of Truman Show shit." Is everybody watching what the fuck I do, man? I done put out too much information. These books I done fucked around and wrote, man, done attached to everybody's soul on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Crazy ass shit. But yeah, the Truman Show. That was definitely a movie where I gave Jim Carrey salute. Jim Carrey definitely played a good role in that movie. I didn't like Jim Carrey in Dumber, or none of that goofball ass shit that they were forcing him into. I definitely like The Truman Show. And there's another movie that is a money religion movie called The Invention of Lying. You've got to watch that shit. The Invention of Lying. Watch that shit, man. It's very good to watch those type of movies. Yeah, I don't know if I'm in The Truman Show or not. Everybody, whenever I leave, I'll go out to the bar or somewhere, and the waitress will just look at me and be like, whiskey, right? I'll be like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? How the fuck you know what I drink, motherfucker? I guess they can look at me and say, man. I remember one time I went to a spot, woman said, oh, whiskey, scotch. Oh, yeah, only men drink that. Yeah, there is no pancake syrup in my cup. I know you be dealing with them old weak ass niggas drinking that old fucking weak shit. I drink some scotch, nigga, some motherfucking whiskey. We gonna get to the point up in here. Yes, indeed. You know, um, and we ain't gonna have no hangover in the morning. That's the key secret with the whiskey and the scotch. You get you a sharp buzz, you can stay alert and up, you can drive right, and then in the morning there is no hangover. You know, I've never seen the movie Extraction. Damn, it's crazy. I missed that call, but that was an important call. But anyways, we gonna have to get up out of here in a minute. So I hope Trump gets in office. I hope if you voted, I'm not gonna place any hope on it. But if you did vote, I'm hope you went for Trump. Everybody here, we want to support the money, even though Kamala does represent, she does in her name alone does represent prosperity is the word, and she's a sex goddess, supposedly, but I don't see it truly. Maybe she just got ragdolled while she was over there in California doing her political shit. We don't know, so we will definitely see. um but yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all coming by here today, and kicking in with the 720. Is a lot of energy going on. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got any last statements? You better make them now or forever hold your peace in the motherfucker. I got to get up out of here. We got to get to doing some wild shit. Um, I mean, I got to get back to the world. My boys, they didn't let school out for election day. I don't know why, because ain't no children, got nothing to do with no voting. They got this whole system in America where they're trying to make children feel like they got the responsibilities of adults. It's like, nigga, no, you don't. You pays no bill. You do not understand the complexities of the socialism of America. You sit your ass down somewhere, you go make a goddamn peanut butter jelly sandwich and play a fucking video game. You know what I'm saying? Read a book, nigga. And stop trying to enforce children to be adults. And I know there's a lot of locations in America where that has to occur because motherfucking parents is over here smoking the crystal meth and doing all they backwards ass shit. And you even got women who are so blind to the areas of honor and the areas of respect that they're advertising their OnlyFans on their vehicle when they drop their children off for school. Oh my God. You know, that is an interesting thing. Lefroy scotch, I'll try it, yeah, certain scotches be. Woo! 1, 2 shots, nigga. You feel the back of the brain tingling. You understand me? You feel the hair growing. You understand? And we're gonna deal with some punching. That's the type of punch you want, So just like the good green. I'm sorry, man. I used to smoke green in the 90s. Nigga, you could the sweat on the forehead, you could feel the hair grow, and you don't get no weed like that no more. It's just they tried to feminize the goddamn marijuana too, tried to feminize shit. The nigga that allows his weed to pollinate and will come back to the game with the nickel bag will win. They brought death to the nickel bag. I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? Stop with this fucking putting the McDonald's on the fucking marijuana, man. Y'all niggas out here, stop with this goddamn dumb shit. You know? Um, This is a question. Are we coming full circle after the pandemic and kids dropping out of school? I don't know, man. Kids when they drop out of school is not a good thing. Will children be forced to work again? Shit, children are working now. And you don't want to enforce no children to be working again, because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is a lot of them gonna put their children out here for sale, nigga. And motherfuckers is gonna be lazy as fuck. This is well historically documented. So don't even be trying to look at me like I'm the madman or I'm the crazy man. That's not gonna happen. That's not it at all. The Jungle, the book by Upton Sinclair, that's explaining everything about child labor laws and what was going on at that time, like early in New York in the 1930s and 40s, nigga. 7-year-olds would go door to door cleaning out chimneys and shit. Real working is what established America. You understand me? So, they had, even me as a kid, I was a paper boy, you know what I'm saying? Had to wake up 3, 4 in the morning, rain, sleet, snow, whatever the weather conditions was, and I had to get out there and deliver papers to get me some change. You understand? I was like that at 11 years old. This is what develops the mind for work. So children working is a good thing. They worked on farms. That's why parents had 7, 8, 9 children back in the 1920s and 40s. That's why they had so many kids. Is there's more hands to work on this fucking farm. You understand? And but from what I've heard, they still doing it like that in New Orleans right now in Louisiana. They still be having 11 kids and shit and 12 kids and shit. Nigga, I don't know, man. I cannot be laying on top of no broad and had that many kids. Goddamn. No, 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 no. No. The body will feel weathered. Okay. The leather is weathered, nigga. Okay. And the tiger stripes are everywhere. A bitch has stretch marks on her goddamn feet. Fuck around, had 10 babies, goddamn. And we want some form of beauty maintained, sustenance maintained. But then after that, after that much work, you know, the beauty is really found in a woman's dedication, and the fact that she stayed down is definitely an attractive factor. A woman who stays still in the area of longevity is definitely attractive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let that be known. You know, um, let me get the fuck up here. Y'all donate to the guy 720. I'm glad we had that conversation about film though. That was kind of crazy, but you let the good times roll is how we do it over here. Wherever the conversation goes. I'm glad y'all got involved. I'm glad you consider art and theater. You know, um, props and you got to be historically literate for theater. You know, yeah, I'm glad you all really put your mind to it on the films that you decide to watch. You know what I'm saying? And you have to nowadays because they always slip in some old weird ass bird ass shit up in the fucking film. And that should have made me cut the film off because you didn't have that on your advertisements. So now that you have, assaulted me with your fucking bullshit and your propaganda, I ought to motherfucking take you to court, because what is that called? That's called deceptive advertising. That's exactly what that is. Because I didn't sit down to watch your film and you got the bird action and the bullshit going on down in your goddamn movie. You understand? You get that fucking retarded shit out the film and let's focus on some fucking art because we didn't have that shit up in the films in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. And shit was nowhere up in no Ghostbusters classic film. It wasn't up in no motherfucking E.T. classic film. It wasn't up in no original Ninja Turtles classic film. It wasn't up in no original Full Metal Jacket classic film. It wasn't in Hamburger Hill classic film. And you're not developing classic films because you worry about your goddamn propaganda. You get that fucking faggot shit out the fucking Hollywood, nigga. You get that fucking weird shit out the movies. That's not what we come here for. You understand here? We came for a story and we want to see it told in thoroughness from A to Z. So don't be leaving the fucking script wide open and we don't know what happened in the conclusion of the film. I'm tired of the dumb shit. They're trying to disorient the way people think and also the decision making skills by these dumbass movies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I nigga to step back from all media. We don't watch too much media in my crib. You know what I'm saying? Because you always got some fucking weird shit coming, you know. Yeah, man. Stop that dumb shit, man. Let's get back to who we are as fucking men in America, and that's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Why the fuck is it so difficult for people? I don't get it. You know, I do not get it. But yeah, you want to demonize the father because motherfuckers ain't have one. You know, nigga, fuck that shit. Let's keep it thorough. You know, and I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. I got shit to tend to. I definitely appreciate y'all coming by today. Like I said, donate to the God 720. This is the only place where you can relax, nigga. Puff your cigar and drink some goddamn scotch. You can't do it nowhere else. Everybody comes with this fucking fake program, and then they ass get locked up about some dumb shit. Um, um, the shitty cuz he says the brother Gene Cole, I have to answer the question because the brother donates. Nobody has done any greater donation than the brother Gene Cole. So I have to attend to the question. Hey bro, you mentioned the term shitty cuz. Could you elaborate on that? Does that apply on how people will act out after the elections? I don't remember referring to the term shitty cuz, not during this video. I think maybe in one of my songs. I stated something about the shitty cuz, but that was before this whole situation happened with the Nipsey Hustle. Um, and what that is in reference to the black males who just have a wiggle worm in there. They have loose screws, you know, and they will act out very unpredictable, very unpredictable. They'll get jealous quick. They'll try to destroy situations. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, and they were supposed to be a homie, but then at the same time, that homie responded like that and has that loose screw because of how he's been treated by other black males in the group. Other black males will abuse this nigga, talk shit to this nigga, you know, and treat him in a very disrespectful format and also embarrass this nigga repetitively until one day he snaps. And within that snapping, somebody ends up dying, and then everybody want to act like, man, I don't know why he did that. Like as if all of their abuse towards this nigga was justified. And sometimes that abuse may be justified because the nigga has a loose screw, and that loose screw came out genetically from the bad parenting inside the household, and also the bad food consumption during the pregnancy, which developed this old weak, frail ass nigga, which comes out here making, you know, shitty ass decisions. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like for instance, that same nigga who did that, who snitched on all the other basketball players on his team for fucking other hoes and shit. That type of nigga is a shitty cuz type nigga. You dig what I'm saying? You know, and you gonna have that. You know, those niggas are out there, you know, and you gotta pick them out real quick. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. And will that apply on how people will act out after the elections? We don't know how people are going to act out. The majority of people ain't going to do shit. You know, the majority of people in America right now are felons and shit. And they done been through parole. They done been through probations. They done been through jail. Anybody who has any logical mind and respects their own time and environment, they're not going to be doing any snapping out in any format, because you know what the end result's going to be. You're going to end up locked up looking fucking stupid, wasting your time and wasting your fucking money. So ain't nobody finna act out after the elections. The American by majority rule is going to be passive and do what the fuck they've been doing because they're already attached to too much shit, you know. And if you want to try to invoke the fact that you want Donald Trump to win, then go beat some pussy down and beat it down hard, nigga. You understand me? And for the ladies that's on here, you better go and to your mate or whoever you fucking with, or even the nigga that you think you want to fuck with, you better tell him to grab you by the pussy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Go tell him. Go tell your man. Go tell, you know, a nigga that you fucking with. Yeah, tell him that. You know, fuck that shit. Put Trump in place. You dig what I'm saying? And you're going to have to do it with great energy. You understand me? So that's where the line is at. Motherfuckers ain't finna do no acting out. Niggas ain't bold like that. Motherfuckers like they jobs. They like their cars. They like their little money. Niggas ain't finna disrupt none of that shit. Everybody talks big shit and don't walk it. up in this fucking American picture. You dig what I'm saying? So don't even waste your time, B. Don't get the fantasy if there's gonna be some great civil war going down. Ain't shit finna go down. Nigga finna go to Burger King and get the number 3 with no pickles in this motherfucker and keep it moving. He gonna wake up tomorrow and take his monkey ass to work. You ain't fit to do no goddamn revolt. You don't know nothing about no revolution. You ain't studied no motherfucking wars. You barely got any guns. You don't know where your bullets is at. Nigga, get the fuck away from me, nigga, please. Ain't nobody gonna be doing shit. You're going to wake up and flip a pancake and enjoy your morning, nigga. You're going to go to IHOP and get you some food. You're going to go to the gas station, get some gas for your car, and that's what you're going to do. Ain't going to be no acting out, nothing. America always trying to put this goddamn... The white man society operates off of this whole the sky is falling bullshit. Ain't no sky falling nowhere. You understand me? Ain't no motherfucking sky falling, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ain't no motherfucking sky falling. You understand? So let's stop with the dumb shit. You know, the impossible whopper, the brother states here. You understand? You know, you niggas, there ain't no sky falling. You know, Chicken Little, you know, is making the bread. You know, and nigga, you best come with some milk or some flour or something. You get no slice of the bread. You understand how that works? You know? Yeah, that's all it is. You know, that's just what it is. I hope I answered your question. I love y'all. You know, I appreciate y'all showing up 2:00 today. 2:00 tomorrow. We will be here again. We will talk about the results of the great dumbass that is going on in the world. Okay. So yeah, keep it thorough. Keep it G. Donate to the God 720. Cop the books. Kicked Out of Heaven. The Untold History of the White Races. Volume 1, 2, and 3. Real Nigga Etiquette, The Black Man's Bible, The Ethereal Law, $100, and you get the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women for free. And this is about the only time you're going to get that material. Besides this little thing that I'm doing right now, the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women is going to be $200, $500 on the Amazon. Do you understand me? So, well, yeah, I mean, you can always peep the video afterwards. It's always up. So, you know, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all hear from me. You dig what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. Reciprocation is definitely a big thing on the Leo. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all keep it strong. Y'all keep it going. If you're gonna request a song, you better do it in the span of 5 seconds before I play something. Let me look at what I got up in here. Yeah, I think okay, I got one song I'm gonna play. Let me see here. Yeah, and then we gonna play. I got my songs we gonna play. We gonna play 2 songs. Ferocious. Cinderella's Chance comes off of The Wire for War, and then we gonna play Tax Evasion, and we out this bitch. We gonna play it for Trump. You know, keep it thorough. Y'all holla at me. I will be here tomorrow. Peace. What are we doing, nigga?
Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? With a little bit of game, we'll make your life better. Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? With a little bit of game, we'll make your life better. Lordy-dotty, we likes to party. I like your pretty face and your thick ass body. What you working out for if you ain't trying to get naughty? And then she finally caught me in the corner of the club, trying to see my diamonds, if they really what it was. This is what it is, bitch, you ain't getting none. This is M.O.B. and I'm just here for some fun. Cause if you fuck with me, you gon' be out here on the run. Then she looking at me, smiling, confused and stunned. I gave her my phone, and she gave me her number. Let her touch on my chrome, let her sit on my leather. Then I took her fine ass home, I'm her midnight lover. Oh, oh, Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? don't care if we fight. Only going by her senses cause she knows it feels right. She needs the simulation, she's the lady of the night. Fuck all that waiting, she's about that life. And it's money she's chasing, that's whether wrong or right. You will give her some roses and she will send me a kite. Better break for high stakes so your future is bright. Cause it could be dim and it could be dark. So she walked up to my altar with her soul in her heart. She said I give these two to you and just don't take them apart. And I will give you everything as soon as I start. Yes!
Oh Cinderella, what can I tell ya? White dress or black leather, what can I tell ya? Oh Cinderella, what can I tell ya?
Win a little bit of game will make your life better.
You fuck with somebody with money, you're fucked. You can run, but you can't hide. You have never met anybody like me, and you probably never will. Cause you're a cunt. Where's the vagina cream? I give you this vagina cream so you can rub it on your snatch. Cause that's life, guys and gals. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody.
Fret not, you niggas is in the best spot. Perfect example of what a nigga best not. Fix his body in position and mind in submission to accept being bitches. Nigga, this is a different jurisdiction. We on top of this one. Money, my religion, trade federal commissions. Nigga, you delinquent, chronic tax evasion. Called him laxidazing, he thought I couldn't fade him. Big dough, I'm from everybody paying, killing everything they saying if it ain't about a payment. Universal commercial code financing statements, cool sip numbers, general obligations. The expert, national treasurer, reader of the ledger, extender of expenditures. Hands all in your pockets, nigga, I've been insurers. X amount of cash outs until the counts is in the norm. Form to fill out for that exempt tax and they ask for a pass and then slide without tapping in. It's blasphemy, the acting and posturing. It's a counterfeit, the game flooded because of them. It's a bunch of them fucking up the sustenance. I'm up with the sun, top of the AM functioning. Checking the seats and expenses. Lucrative business, taxing bitch niggas who try to mimic this. Debits and credits, indigenous express shit. Hit a lick and throw up the set quick. Check it out, a lot of dough to be made. And likewise, cause there's still a lot of dough to be paid. To operate on the world stage, turn the page, the table's over. We getting over till it's over for you. Weird society engineers is out of here. And real original hairs is on top of here.
And I'm not here to insult your ethnicity, but I will. I'm not here to insult your religion, but I will. Because in the real fucking world where nobody gives a fuck, you want to fit in. You want people to like you. Why? Because you had poor fucking role models. And I'm trying to give you a fucking template to fight off that loser. Goddamn, like the devil's gonna make me do it. You gotta fight that loser off.
When I tell you the world's over, brother, it's over. Because if you're the best we got on this planet, you're gonna take responsibility for the first time in your fucking lives.
When I tell you there's 31 days in February, there's fucking 31 days in February. When I tell you the fucking sun's not coming up, the motherfucking sun's not coming up.
Game just become a cesspool of snitches, werewolves and witches. Interviews in 60 minutes, complaints about business. Who's dissing? Tools blinking. Who's the last dragon or the show enough? Hold up, niggas mugshot be looking funny as fuck. They wanna dress up and get a tummy tuck and claim they be rolling up. Get a bunch of holes in your truck. The AR got that Rambo clutch. Just touch the deposit and the routing number on a bitch's ass, just like a bounty hunter. No, we didn't stutter. They wonder because their brain got cluttered. They left that in the gutter that is under the bridge. Hope you not minding the stench. Ain't nobody quite branded like this. With all that reckless eyeball and keep your mind to your bitch. In the Southwest, we make them dig they own ditch. Shots out to LA, they get bigger or rich. Make it make sense. They rich but penny pinch. So I screw this ratchet with the heavy wrench. Stay steady shit. This to stay ready click. Never be a day I switch. Hold her hand, I might mack on your bitch. If the shoe fits, wear it and just be glad they lost all their bands. Now they shaking hands and taking stands. Then behind the wall they need a colostomy bag. He went to Hollywood and dressed in a drag just to get paid. Each a which away. To my dismay, they is still bitch made. Catch a shade in the fade, then they claim to be made. Yeah, that'll be the day when pigs fly from Hawaii to Bed-Stuy. But then they lies comply with the FBI. I make them obese squeezing this healthy nine.
Nobody is better at this than me.
the world is irretrievable. The world is going in the shitter.
Embarrassed to be a human being. See everybody fucking whining like bitches. I'm fucking embarrassed.
Fucking never. If I live to be 1,000,000 years old, I'd never do this again. Because this is a thankless fucking job. Because you're all worthless. I was taught, the truth will make you free. That's what they told me. Apparently now, not now.